Rach.
What's up?
The
I
good
feel a
news
little
is
bit
we've been drinking
starstruck
since
tonight.
noon. Not noon.
All right,
4.
3.
Tell the truth. We did an event with the Wahlburger Group today, where they fed the city police and EMS and fire folks, and they told us about these phenomenal slushes at a Brighton Road beer distributor. And at 4:00, when my husband got home, we went to get us some slushes.
Yeah, it was sort of like, well, let's hit the priorities, and it was the slushes.
Yeah, and they were really good. And so they're 33 ounces.
Slushes turn people into lushes, Marcus.
33 ounces.
So,
Yikes.
So
we have
this
a lot
is,
of work to do tomorrow.
So we are John and Rachel from
YaJagoff.
Yeah, and we have a podcast that comes out every week. This is not that, because you don't watch a podcast,
No.
right, Mike?
Right.
So, anyways,
Well, you can.
You can.
Ours is audio.
Right. So, anyways, we've been doing these Facebook Lives now for 6 weeks. This is the 8th week.
Wrong even number.
This is the last week, because we believe it's turning to yellow. You are going to want to get the hell out of your house,
like we do,
and not be in front of your computer. So
Yeah.
we have been trying to take the space of the entertainment for you, and we have been thankful to all of the sponsors: Higgins Painting and KB Plumbing and Screen Mobile. And now it's Dr. Mark Barrett, who is a physician who has put his own money in to feeding people in a project called Double Play, which is where he is giving money to restaurants who obviously need work.
Well, they need to stay afloat, right? Because
And
this
then-
pandemic has completely ruined small businesses.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they turn that money into feeding those meals into feeding people. So Dr. Mark Barrett is an awesome person. And
he is a hell of a harmonica player. We have to tell Clinton Clegg that.
Right.
And so he has quite the liking in the music industry. And so he loved the fact that we were keeping, the entertainment world alive. So thanks to Mark Barrett, we're able to do our final one. And we tricked it. We didn't trick. We were so excited that 4 weeks in, we extended it 2 weeks. 2 weeks later, Mark Barrett's came in, and our 8-week run is really over. Because my kids were like, "Mom, are you faking, or is it really over?"
And
we
lied to Mike Sorg. All of this is possible through Mike Sorg. And
100%.
We're like, Mike, we're only doing this 4 weeks. No lie, 6 weeks. No, 8 weeks. So Mike Sorg, jump in there
just
and tell everybody about Sorgatron meeting.
Gives me something to do on Wednesdays, that's for sure. We're having fun here. We're doing a lot of podcasts. We spun up a couple things, including helping you guys. We got a parenting podcast, listen to your parents, helping people through the quarantine, because the parents are going to still need help. So that discussion is continuing on a weekly basis that we're doing. So please go check out that out on Facebook as well, and helping our friends, helping our clients, helping our pro wrestling friends at indiewrestling.us, however we can.
Mike, you do more than help. You really are such a good soul, and we appreciate you more than we give you credit for. So anyway, you can patron that guy. Do it. Listen to the podcast. If you need any help, he is the guy. I even call him to find out how to get to my Wi-Fi.
And the funny thing is,
you'll be getting phone calls, Mike.
If you look at Mike's video, he is not old enough to be a grandpap, and I say this all the time, but he is the grandfather of podcasting in Pittsburgh for sure. So
For sure. Okay, listen. How about our lineup tonight?
Crazy.
It's like, listen, we were like, how do we outdo? Each week it was our goal to really get these bullpens of people who we've either worked with or want to work with. And we were so lucky because each week we were able to do so. And then it was like, oh my gosh, we forgot about this talent, or we forgot about this talent. And Marcus has been such a supporter. So we were super stoked that he could be a part of this.
Right.
And then we said, I didn't even tell you I messaged Clinton Clegg. Do you want to even go there? Like, you were like, what? Clinton Clegg's on? And it was 3 weeks before, which is a lot
Look
for
at him
me.
waving. Look at
That's
that
a lot
beard.
for me to be early,
Yes.
to be honest. And so then we said we had already put a message out to Bill prior, and he ended up saying, hey, if you still need me. And we were like, the more the merrier.
Right.
So here we are, a couple of JaGoffs with 3 all-star performers, and we're super stoked that you get to share your talent with our audience. So thank you, guys.
And remember that while Dr. Mark Barrett has paid money to make sure that Sorg and all of the performers tonight are paid at least $100.
Yeah.
But they're going to put up their Venmo accounts. And
help a brother out.
Cash App accounts and PayPal accounts, so that, listen, they're not starving artists, but listen, they're artists who are used to being in crowds of people and getting paid to do that.
Yeah.
And they're not doing that right now.
No.
So when you see their Venmo up, give them $5, $10, $1 million, whatever you want to do.
And listen, kudos to us because we have made ourselves very vulnerable to these people and let them make fun of us. Like we've said to the comedians, we'll interact with you. Like we put ourselves out there, John. We deserve credit too. So,
I agree.
But Marcus won't do that. He won't make fun.
And last week,
no.
The other week, Dominic, Rachel's son, made fun of her singing with her
Listen,
not her husband,
listen.
her brother,
my dad,
her dad,
my dad
Johnny
was
Angel.
on, and he said, "Take it, Rach," which never happened.
Never happened.
So we did My Girl, which to us was like 8 seconds ahead of everybody else, and my son was going like this.
Yeah. So tonight,
no, Mom.
So tonight we have Bill Crawford, we have Clinton Clegg of Common Heart, and we have Marcus Cox. And we want to say hi. We're trying to look at all the comments as we look down.
Great crowd.
Gary Harbaugh, Jay Leno lookalike is on.
Sandy Knobloch, Becky and Joe. We got lots of
Love
peeps.
it. So
we're super
listen,
excited.
So we want to get started here. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the last Facebook Live,
the last one
ever.
Last one.
Marcus Cox, who was hilarious on couple of our podcasts, but we had you at a porch tour and you did a great job.
What's up, everybody? What's going on? Great job. What's going on?
We're so happy that you were able to come be with us. So thank you.
I'm glad you guys asked me. I got a little tear in my eye when you asked me to come through.
What?
Well, you kind of should. I don't know what to say
So
because
Marcus,
we're giving you that final chance to make fun of us, but you
I'm
won't be saying it.
not going to do it though.
You're not that guy.
Marcus is hailing out of El Equipa. He's a regular at the Arcade Comedy Theater and can be seen at the Pittsburgh Improv. And Marcus, what in the world is happening there? You're clearly at home. And are you socially distancing from your family on purpose or as an excuse to get away from the kids?
I'm trying, but my kids will not let me social distance. I just had to shoo my daughter away like 2 seconds ago.
She came on camera. It's okay.
I keep trying to tell them 6 feet, but no, I'm still doing my day job. I still got to go to work. So I mean, masked up, everything. So I'm still not much has changed for me except for I can't perform.
Yeah. Doesn't that suck though?
But
yeah,
in the meantime, you're a homeschooler, right?
Homeschooling. I give credit to those teachers for homeschooling. I don't know that stuff. Anymore. You know what I mean? I learned that 20-something years ago. And then the way they do the math now, like 12 and 5, and somehow they get 20. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I'm no help. She's probably failing, I'm sure.
How old are your kids? I don't remember.
6 and 9.
So is it the hardest part? I mean, as a parent as well, is it harder when they're younger and you can't follow the Common Core stuff and you're like, oh no, like the 6-year-old's like, what a dumbass.
Well, she's not doing it yet. My 9-year-old is the one that's doing it. She's doing it. It was easy when they were little. We just went over colors and shapes, and I was a master at that. And then once the numbers start coming in,
forget it.
Dad don't know that.
Yeah, I understand completely. You don't have to do it, so you're kind of lucky.
Yeah,
because your kids are older and you don't have to deal with the pretend.
But he's out of the clear unless Colin is still going over the numbers.
Well, you never know. Colin works with us, so we never know.
But the funny thing is Marcus, parents have become homeschoolers. They become the home barbers, and Colin was my home barber, right? So now I've lost my home barber. But are you a home barber at this point?
I cut my hair like about 3 good times already. That's why I got this hat on, because I don't want you to see. I want you to see my hair, man. And then you probably can't see it. I got my little tiny bit of facial hair growing in.
Yeah,
that doesn't connect. So we don't connect. So I'm looking a little neglected right now, waiting for the barbershop to open up for sure.
Where do you normally go?
Place in Ambridge called D&T Barbers.
Oh, and how do they get it all to connect? Or you don't know? It's just up to them.
It never connect. No.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so this is not a quarantine thing. This is an all the time thing.
This is all the time. Yeah, this is. It just don't connect.
Okay. And as far as haircuts, like I always say, like my oldest has what he calls lettuce, which is a mullet. What kind of hairstyle do you go for?
I just get a fade, like a little low on the sides. Low on the sides, nice on the top. Yeah,
same look, same.
No.
I tried to get the Mike Tomlin thing going across here, but they said it won't work on me.
The Mike Tomlin?
Yeah, like that line that goes across. They said it won't work on me.
You need some Beijing dye. You need some dye.
Wow. You think?
You gotta dye. Yeah.
Do you dye your hair?
No, I did for prom back in like 2004. I wish I had pictures.
Are you serious? What color?
Yeah. Black. It was the thing back then. It was the thing to do back then.
Okay, wait. So 16 years ago, you dyed your hair black and you don't dye it anymore.
No, I just let it go now. But back then, that was the thing. Because you get it dyed, you get it washed, you get it dyed, and they line it up with a razor, and they look real crisp. Just like Tomlin. I mean, you see, it's called a Beijing. I got it on the north side.
The Beijing. I know where you went. I know exactly where you went. I'm not kidding you because I'm from the north side representing.
Talking about Dave's on the north side?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. I know exactly where that is. Of course, now Troy's is the big. No, not Troy's. What's the place across from Troy's? A laundromat and across. Jaden's. Will. Jaden's. That's the place to go now for a fade. Just saying. All right. What else are you doing on quarantine?
What's funny? I got a chance to my daughter FaceTime my dad, and that was the first time he'd ever seen that before. Oh, it was the funniest thing in the world because she had some app and she called him, and I heard her upstairs in the room. I said, they call him BB. I was like, you talking to BB? She's like, yeah. She comes down and she's FaceTiming him, and he's looking at the phone. He sees me. He's like, how did I get my face on there? He's like, I ain't never seen my face on the phone before. I said, it's called a FaceTime. He's like, man, can I do this again?
So he learned quickly, or did you see a lot of forehead?
It was a little, I mean, he was in the car, like I was seeing the roof of the car and all that. Yeah, he tried though. He tried.
He didn't see his Beijing fade.
He needs a Beijing. No, he needs a cut, like just a bald.
Yeah.
That's my guy, but yeah, he needs a bald.
So we've all been in lockdown, and that's why we started these things, and we're ending them now because the What did you learn during the lockdown, do you think?
I learned from being on Facebook, I learned people can't spell quarantine. That's what I learned.
That's right.
They can't spell quarantine. My cousin inboxed me and was like, we in the quarantine, but he spelled it with a K. I was like, we're on what?
But wait, like, do you call him out on it, or do you just go with it?
Just let him go. I let him live. Just let him live. He'll learn.
He'll learn, yeah. But have you seen people are calling it like quarantine, like corn?
Like corn and then teenager like that, yeah.
Quarantine. I'm like, oh my gosh, you actually think that's a thing?
Yeah. I've seen everybody's like a conspiracy theorist too now, you know.
Oh God, yeah.
Everybody got the answer to it, like, oh, this happened because 10 years ago we killed bees. I'm like, what? So yeah, I'm learning a lot. Are
you a Facebook kind of guy? Like, are you a constant, like John hates Facebook. Like, I know when he's on Facebook or driving because he's irritated.
I used to. It got annoying after a while. Every now and again I throw a little funny post out there just get a little laugh. Then I won't get on there for like a week or something like that. But nah, I mean, social media is draining, man. It gets draining.
It does, yeah.
Do people message you? So typically in a comedy club, they might say, hey, Marcus, I have a good one for you. And then they tell you a joke that's not funny. But are you getting people on social media doing that for you now, tagging you in like...
All the time. You should see my inbox. People send me little like videos and memes that they like think that I'm going to think it's funny, I guess. And I'm like, I don't read it. Like, are you booking me on something? Or, people, yeah, all the time. They inbox it. And sometimes they'll tag, but I took the little tag thing off. You can still tag me, but it won't pop up because I gotta approve it.
I don't know you could do that.
You might have to do a Facebook tutorial after this is over here.
Yeah. People, they do. They get kind of weird with stuff.
Now, have you done comedy from this at this point through Zoom, and have your kids jumped in and then spoiled or improved?
No, I haven't. People have been trying, like, you should do a Zoom show. I'm like, I don't know, man, because you need a crowd's energy. I mean, it would help. It would help. So, I haven't really done one, but the idea has been coming up. If we go much longer, we'll have to break and do one. If we go much longer.
Yeah.
So I haven't been on stage since March like 10th, I think.
Oh wow.
That was like the last time. Yeah. Down at the Improv. So I'm like, man.
And listen, we asked you this when you were on the podcast, but when you are on stage and you're feeling it and the vibe is there, what do you like to most talk about that you get the best reaction? What's your go-to piece?
Anytime I talk about my kids or the way I grew up.
Those
usually hit pretty hard. Yeah.
Okay. And where'd you grow up?
Well, I grew up in Uncle, but just the way that I grew up. Like, I grew up, like, I always poked the fun that it was just me, my mom, and my sister, and I was like the only guy in the house.
Right.
And I would just make fun of like how like they had to teach me how to fight. Like,
what? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard that one. How hard it is having two women teach you how to fight growing up, and my right hand of the bullies. Yeah, that's a good hit. That usually
okay. So tell us why. What's the big deal? So what's wrong with women teaching you how to fight? I teach my kids how to fight, bro. What are you saying?
Yikes!
Didn't work out too well. Let's just say that. Let's just say the lunch money kept getting taken when I confronted that bully. So
the girls came out of the woodwork. Is that it?
My daughters?
No, like your mom, your sister. Did you have a whole team helping you out?
Just them. Just mainly my mom.
Okay.
Her techniques that doesn't work on guys.
Like what? Pinching.
Wooden spoon.
Kicking.
Wooden spoon. That was my mom's favorite.
Hitting people with a wooden spoon?
Well, yeah, my brother got hit with a wooden spoon on a regular basis, and he would run up. He would run up the steps and cover his butt, and my mother would break the wooden spoons on them because she was trying to get to his butt.
Oh, yeah. I definitely remember the wooden spoon for sure.
Yeah. I never got it.
We want to remind everybody that Marcus's Venmo and Cash App and whatever else is down below should be down on the production or the video there. But Marcus, if you had
drop a dollar too, drop a
$2,
drop a dollar or something.
Right.
We ain't performing, we starving. No,
this is a good time to show those kids and say, "Hey, I'm hungry." Right at this point, so
yeah,
drag those.
She's been dying to get on camera.
She's been wanting to get on so bad. Look.
There you go.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Do you think your dad's funny? Yeah. What's the funniest thing he tells you?
What's the funniest thing that I do? She's about to act shy now.
Yeah, right.
Of course. Yeah.
She's gone.
How about grocery shopping at this point? Do you have any pet peeves about grocery shopping in quarantine at this point, Marcus?
Oh, it's the worst. It's so weird going to the grocery store now. Everybody got the mask on. Like, I went to Walmart. I got like weirded out. I got like freaked out. It was just like a movie seeing everybody in those masks. And like, I didn't know how close to stand to somebody. I walked down. You got to walk down a certain aisle now, like one way, this way. I got close to this lady. I thought we were going to have to fight in the store. I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. I never liked grocery shopping before anyways, when it was normal.
Right.
Now, it's going to be dreadful. It's going to be dreadful.
Yeah.
You might have to take down grandma in aisle 7 going the wrong way.
I might, man. The way that lady looked at me coming up the aisle,
Yeah. No, my mother-in-law was telling me a story that she went to, I think it was Giant Eagle, and she went the wrong way. And this woman noticed that she went the wrong way, and she said, "Excuse me, it's one way." And so my mother-in-law then noticed that, they have the arrows on the ground there. Right, so she got in line, and she said she was waiting in the line to check out, and she overheard that same woman turn to another person and say, I know some woman so rudely told me that you're going the wrong way. And my mother-in-law heard her, and she turned around and said, "I don't think I was that rude," or something like. I thought I was just explaining it, but it's true. It's so confusing. No, you now need like a treasure map.
It's hard now. Like, it's weird. Like I said, I got weirded out the first time with the Walmart. It's just everybody around you in a mask. You don't know where to stand. Like, should I touch this? It's weird now.
Yeah.
Like a movie.
No, I hear you.
All right, Marcus, we got to tell you, thank you so much for. Are you going to stay around for a little bit, or are you going to head out?
You have to listen to Clinton Clegg.
No, I'm going to stick around. I'm going to stick around. I'm going to mute it so everybody can hear. I'm going to be here.
All right.
Oh,
we're going to just eventually Mike sort can control. And if you start singing, we're going to unmute you so we can hear you sing how you sing.
We'll let you sing. Fine. Clinton won't mind. He's that guy.
Nice.
So listen, it's all part of this like star-studded like trio, right?
Yeah.
Like we wanted to end on a huge high note. And so how better to do so than Clinton Clegg?
Right.
Like, are you so excited? Because the last time we were with him was at Carmela's.
We were sitting around a fireplace and we were roasting our noses off sitting around a fireplace.
Wow.
Clinton. First of all, we want to say thanks again to Mark Barrett's, the Project Double Play. He's raising money he is paying all of he gave us money to give money to all of the performers, but you should still
love Dr. Barrett's.
The performers.
Well, and he just has such a vision. He has such a vision. He is a Pittsburgh surgeon, and it just occurred to him that as the pandemic hit, like, listen, these restaurants need my help because the restaurants need to stay afloat. So that's layer one. And then once you help the restaurants are helping 412 Food Rescue, Casa San Jose, and things like that. And it's keeping the community alive. And so that was layer two. Then he realized the pandemic wasn't going away. And he realized that there were entertainers out of business too. And so he just kept adding to his cause. So kudos to him that he gives his own money. He is not UPMC backed. He's literally doing this on his own. I have to say that.
Gave his own money. He's asking you to donate some money to continue the project. And it's not something he hasn't done himself.
We always say that. Yeah.
Thousands of dollars. Without giving his personal disclosure information, he's given thousands of dollars of his own money to start this.
Yeah. And Clinton, I don't know if you heard us say before, he is a harmonica player.
Yeah.
Well, we could have had a jam session on this.
Right.
It would have been amazing.
Listen, we told him to come on, so he needs to just jump on and start doing it. If it's off sync, it's okay.
So who we have right now is Clinton Clegg from the Common Heart. You may have seen Clinton Clegg all over the social media. You may have seen him at Carmela's. You may have even seen the Common Heart on CBS Saturday morning, right?
How about that?
Hey, we're there. It's on tape.
Listen, what I love about you is you're so chill. You're like, yep. I was on ABC. I was on CBS. And now I'm on YaJagoff.
I want to turn the reverb off for the talking part.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
And in the meantime, Clinton, I know you can hear us while you're off to the side. You are literally like in an attic. It looks like the ceiling is making you.
It's like Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
That's the plan. This is the third floor of my house. And I've gotten to know my house really well.
Yeah. Right. Understood. Same. I know things about my house I never knew. That's so true.
Every nook and crevice I've explored. I've set up studios in now, and we got however long we are into this thing.
Who knows?
Well, right? But I kind of made this little makeshift studio up here. It's working out all right.
And Clinton, you talked about earlier, as far as that you've made your living just like Marcus and just like Bill, of gathering people together. And now you cannot gather people together and making people have a good time. So we're going to have people have a good time. But talk a little bit about the Common Heart before we have you play your first song.
Yeah. I'm first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate you having me on. And the Common Heart, we are a rock and soul band, and there's 8 of us in the band right now. And I'm missing those folks a lot right now. I miss them very much. Although we do talk a lot. We've been getting together more virtually, doing some virtual performances and some different things, but it's just like everybody, it's we don't have it as worse off as some, so I'm still trying to be positive, but it's a bummer. I miss my band.
I'm sure. But everyone sort of figured out a way to continue to thrive, right? Like, if this is what I need to do, like, people are getting used to, okay, cool. What's the Zoom that's happening at this time on this night or that kind of thing. So I think we've all sort of like figured out what we need to do for interesting entertainment. So, right?
Yeah. Like I started a little Sunday afternoon gospel brunch thing. That's kind of just been it's really just me goofing around, singing some other people's songs and giving myself a creative outlet. But we have some cool things coming up. We're this Sunday evening at 6 p.m. We're part of the state of Indiana is having a what they call a virtual festival of about 35 bands, and they're doing a stream at 6 p.m. and it's all kind of pre-recorded, but we're involved with that, and that'll be really really great. We're excited for that, and then we're going to be doing some virtual jam in the van stuff where there's some really great YouTube channels that are putting together all this live streaming type stuff. So there are some pretty cool outlets that are
no doubt
giving people a way to be artistic, and it's not all the it might not be the way we want it, but we got it. We play the cards we're dealt.
That's right.
Exactly.
Do what you got to do.
Well,
so our cards that were dealt was, I told everybody, I snuck a text to you on the side without telling my partner. And I said, hey, Clinton, like, we're doing this thing. Are you interested? And when you said yes, I was like, yes, I can't wait to tell him. He's going to be so excited. So we're so excited to have you, because we got to hear you do a couple songs when we had you on the podcast last year, but it's been way too long. So what are we going to hear from you tonight as a solo artist?
Yeah, I'm gonna share some Common Heart songs with a little different flavor. I don't have my my whole band with me, obviously, but I'm gonna sing some songs. This first one's off the new record, which is called Wait.
Okay, we're ready.
All right, sounds good. We'll mute ourselves.
I was a drifter when I found you. I was scared of love and all the evil I know I can do. I took my time, but then I hurried up. I beat down doors for your love. No, but I had no love. Oh, I ain't no angel. I ain't no saint. I'm the one that will wait. In a doorway, that's where I kissed you goodnight. But you went home to your man. Lord, and y'all had a fight. Yes, you did. I know that I was wrong, but it felt so right. You changed both of our worlds in just one night. Oh, I ain't no angel, no. I ain't no saint. I'm the one that will wait. Yeah, yeah, I don't care what the people say. Oh, you'll give me the best days of my life and the worst of the year. Oh, but when I'm away from home and you're feeling all alone, just know I'll be coming home soon. Oh, Lord, yeah. I ain't no angel, no. I ain't no saint. But I'm the one that will wait, Lord.
there you go. Hold
Listen,
on.
I have to tell you something. I've been talking for like a minute straight. On mute. Listen, we are
It's only our 8th week.
I know, but we're so used to having John's computer and it's a touch screen. So I'm like hitting the mute button, but it's my laptop. Oh my gosh. Listen, this is why we saved you. This was amazing. Clinton, you're
great.
so good. Right? Is that a thumbs up? Are we on America's Got Talent at this point? I'll be Heidi.
I think we're on Addicts Got Talent right now.
Yeah, something like that.
That's so
Clinton, awesome.
It was a little pitchy for me. It was a little pitchy.
A little pitchy, just a little bit.
Well, Rachel's chair turned around and she hit her button
in like 3 seconds.
Blocked me.
Yeah.
She blocked me.
Yeah,
so, I love it. So
thank you.
Talk
Bill.
about a little bit of the history before we go to your next song. Talk about a little bit of the history of the Common Heart. You know, you guys are a big band. That's an expensive venture when you're thinking about a band going out to play in a bar at this point, but the sound is incredible. Talk about how you guys took some time to build that sound.
Yeah, it started small with not a lot of, you know what, I'm turning this reverb off because I don't want to sound like I'm in a booth.
No worries.
Can I say something real quick? Honestly,
Do it, Bill. Do it, Bill.
I caught a little bit of Marcus. Marcus, what's up? I've never met you. Funny dude. What's going on, man? Good, man. And secondly, I'm the biggest Common Heart fan that there is out there. I'm a huge fan of Clinton Clegg. If anybody out there wants to hear some real good music on Spotify, anywhere you get music, Pressure, Grown, 2 albums, just put it on and let it ride. Both epic albums, and Clinton's one of my favorite people.
Thanks, Bill. I appreciate that, man.
No doubt about
that little
it.
section. That
How
was
about
cute.
that?
We didn't even plan that. Let that be known.
No, that's a fact.
You guys paid me extra for that. No, you
Little
No
bit,
doubt about it.
bit.
Yeah, there's 7 cents coming in your Venmo. 7 cents.
Well, I share your sentiment, which is why, you know, Clinton's obviously here because he so many Pittsburghers just really connect with him and his sound. And
Yeah.
Well, I got to say, and I appreciate Bill saying that, and it really, you know, the Common Heart really got a lot of help from Bill's program, the DV Morning Show, and Randy Bauman and everybody there. You know, we were this, you know, just a young Pittsburgh band, and we had some good songs and some good sounds, but it was really when we started to get in front of the DV audiences, so many great fans came from there, and you know, and it was a big, you know, push in this market to help us get where we are now, and forever grateful for that. And it's kind of how we came up, you know, definitely through the DVE and playing there, and then growing and you know, more band members kept showing up, and I can't explain why they kept showing up, but it was a good thing, and you know, here we are, and it's kind of developed into its own kind of culture of a band with a positive message, trying to make people feel good, and we're really proud of that.
No doubt about it. All right, Clinton, what's your next song that you want to deliver here tonight?
I think I'm going to go throwback off of the Grown record. I'm going to do a little solo version here of a tune.
All right.
Called Cannonball, which
sounds
was,
good.
One of the first tunes we ever
I
wrote.
love this song. Yes.
And it's just kind of a song about taking a chance, if you will. I was always told I would understand this world we're living in more when I got old. Oh, but I'm old now, and that was such a long time ago that I still don't get it, no. I still don't understand, no. Darling, why'd you walk out on me? Lord, this could be my cannonball, yeah. Just give me one chance. I could No, don't you play confused with me. Our love was always up to you now. It could have been a beautiful bad love, but you chose to be a little bit. Oh, and now you're stuck here and you're stinging me, Lord. Oh, you're stuck here with me. Oh, darling, why don't you just leave me? Oh, Lord, this could be, Lord, be my cannonball. Oh, yeah. Just give me one chance. I could change it all, Lord. Oh, this could be my cannonball. Oh, just give me a chance, darling. I could change it all. Oh, I could change it all now. I wish I could change it. Oh, I could change it all now. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh my God. We need to invest in one of
man.
those like dorky clap, right?
Right.
Like, Bill, you're not a dorky clapper. We just need one of those like clap machines to really.
No, I'm a dorky clapper. You had it right the first
time. Marcus, what are you doing over there? Your girls, is your daughter enjoying this music at this point?
She ran off. She's upstairs. I'm cooking.
I thought I saw you cooking. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Listen, Clinton, that is like John's favorite. As soon as you said it, he's like, I love this song.
Yeah, I have that song downloaded. I love that song. It just, and the thing is, Clinton, when did you feel, bands go through these transitions where they do cover songs, they go to weddings and play Proud Mary and, whatever else, and then they go do the thing. What year or what part did you guys decide, okay, we're not doing that. We're just going to stay the course and do our own original music? How long ago was that?
To be clear, we're still super doing that. There's a different, there's always a hustle to every musician. I mean, the Common Hearts, the show we do is mostly original, and that's our thing, and we're very proud of that. And that is its, venture in its own right. But believe me, when I'm home, you might see me at your wedding.
That's so funny.
I love it.
It's cool. I think it's good with, it's the nature of entertainment. I mean, you're working to make a living. I mean, you'll do I'll play any event, I'm happy to sing a song. There's nothing, it's all good, but I'm really proud of what I'm doing originally with the Common Heart. But at the same time, I'll go work a room and sing covers all night. It's all music. And to me, when I do like stuff at Carms or when I do stuff anywhere or just, performing cover music, it's just it's training for my big dream. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's all good. It's all music. And if it's paying me a little bit, I'm definitely good with that too.
What was it like to go do the CBS morning show at this point? I love the show. And in fact, when you guys were on there, to me, that's not the mountain, but that's not the top of the mountain, but it's pretty close. It's national exposure. What was that like to go do that?
It was great. It had, it was a little odd to, there's nobody in that room. It's not live. We filmed October 10th and it aired November 2nd. I don't know if I should share that industry secret.
That's all right.
But no, it's
tweeting that out.
Right. It's but it was cool. The staff was so nice. And everybody was. It was just a very seamless production, and it was crazy weird, but when you were done with it and you breathe out and you got to see it and you got to see all the new interaction once it aired, it was insane. We were really grateful for the opportunity. It was I look back on it fondly, but also a little crazily.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt
sure.
about it. Listen, before we have you do your next song, we have Dr. Mark Barrett's
Woo!
on here.
Sound the applause-o-meter again.
Dr. Barrett's has made sure all of you guys get some money tonight. And but on top of that, he has been funding this project called Double Play, which, as we explained earlier, which is where he is keeping restaurants afloat by putting some money into them to make meals, and then those meals go out and Double Play out to hungry people. So, Dr. Mark Barrett's, welcome. To the YaJagoff Live.
Yeah, the only thing is you're making it sound like I'm carrying the ball here.
You are. Stop saying that.
You started it. You started
it.
Right?
The two of you have been unbelievable in promoting this, getting this in front of other people, and that's why it's been a reality. So I'm very grateful. You know, when you think about this whole thing, it's frightening to worry about being sick. It's frightening to worry about your job. But imagine on top of that, having to worry about whether you can put food on the table for yourself and your family. And so I'm just so grateful that you guys have believed in this and supported it, and we've served a lot of meals, and it's been a good thing.
Well, so and on top of
please, you're a good thing. How many meals do you think that this whole project has actually executed? Are we talking thousands?
Yeah, thousands. We're cresting 5,000.
Wow.
How about that? 5,000 meals. And again, kudos to you. And I know you're just a humble man, and we appreciate you, and we're happy to help with any way we can. But, you know, how better to go out with our lives than with these three and with such an exciting program? But
not lives, like we're not dying.
Lives. I know.
Your Facebook lives.
The Facebook lives, not lives. They're not dying. No one
guys,
feels
this
pressure.
is it for us.
This is
last
drink
time.
your Kool-Aid tonight.
Grab your heart.
Bill, drink your Kool-Aid. Here we go. Cheers.
Hemlock.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, we're so happy that you could come on so that people could put a name to the face, a face to the name of who's behind this. So thank you, Dr. Barrett. And we want you. We already told Clinton that you're one heck of a harmonica player. He used to play at Atria's, Clinton, with my dad. My dad has had him plenty of times, and they've kind of jammed together, and he's humble about it, but he's a hell of a harmonica player. So next time we have to make that happen.
And I got to tell you, I'm obsessed with Clinton's voice, man.
Right? Easy to do.
That is just
we'll have to have a jam sometime.
Heart-wrenching sound, man. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, Clinton Clegg. Now you're up. Next song, please.
All right. I think I'm going to do a tune off the new record, off of Pressure. Not to get sentimental or sappy, but these times are weird, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the ballad off the record. This one's called Memory. I can't be with you down in the cellar no more. No, I can't be with you when you're falling is close. No, I can't be with you just to turn out the lights. Well, I can't be with you tonight. Where I'll be in a place where my heart can be free. I'll be in your memory. No, I can't be in a box, no, at the bottom of your staircase. Stuck like an old car that's at a gate. No, I can't be with you, Lord, when the old police scare you. Oh, I can't be with you tonight. Where I'll be in a place where my heart can be free. Lord, I'll be in your memory. Oh, Lord, I'll be in your memory.
Clinton,
Yes.
unbelievable. I just feel like I should be sitting in a smoky bar
with your lighter.
Yeah, going, do it another one as you're hunched over in your attic.
Like Alice in Wonderland, just shrinking a little bit.
Right.
This is the part in the show.
It's the Helen Keller version of the live concert
oh my
here.
God.
Right?
So, I don't think that's right to say.
No. Anne Frank. I was thinking Anne Frank. Terrible jokes. Right
yeah, they're Bill.
Bill, please help me.
Awful mix up there.
I
Helen
know.
Keller and Anne Frank.
Yeah.
I don't think Helen Keller could find her attic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God. I apologize. Clinton Clegg, tell everybody where they find the Common Heart online, please.
TheCommonHeart.com is our central hub. But we're on Facebook. If you search the Common Heart, Instagram, search the Common Heart, Twitter, all that good stuff. And yeah, just send some love out there.
And download some damn music, for God's sake. Download some music and make sure, again, the Venmo's up there, the Cash App, whatever's up there. Make sure you contribute to Clinton, because again, everybody's out there trying to do their thing, and there's no place to do their thing other than here. And
now we're done. So shoot,
right.
It's really over.
All right, so Clinton.
JK.
Clinton, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Stick around because we might tempt you
to
do a finale.
Right. So Bill Crawford. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Clinton. Go ahead. Do it.
No, I just wanted to thank y'all for having me.
Oh my God.
And appreciate it. And I am going to hang if that's cool.
No, that's totally cool. Marcus, are you hanging too?
I'm hanging.
He made dinner.
Marcus made dinner for everybody.
I was hungry. I'm sorry.
I didn't have a chance to say what's up to Marcus, and you did a great job, man.
Thanks, man. You too.
Hello.
I enjoyed your songs. Appreciate it.
Does anyone notice at this point in the show when my husband gets up and turns the light on? Like, we had our mood lighting, and then all of a sudden my husband gets up because I give him the high sign, and now we have lights behind him.
He is in the union, but not in the electricians union.
He's
but
not.
It does work out.
It
so
works.
Welcome to the program for our finale, big finale. Bill Crawford from the DVE Morning Show. Bill Crawford, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
We're good. Thank you, Clinton, because we're not good clappers, clearly.
Right.
Yeah. We're good.
Why are you we're all socially distancing? Why do you guys look like co-joined twins? Yeah. What's happening over there?
All right. Here's how we explain this every time we do a YaJagoff podcast thing. So when this all hit, my family of 5, we kind of had a family meeting. We huddled and said, listen, it's just John. Can we let him in? And they all said yes. Okay. So he has basically lived here since the beginning. And he literally goes to the grocery store, goes to his apartment, and comes here. That's it. Swear.
I live like in one of those bank vacuum tubes. I go back and forth to my apartment here.
Okay.
I promise, Bill.
Nice. And so, but as far as you know, we're 6 feet apart. You know how they say, like in the news, the news desk, they look closer than what they really are. They're 6 feet right here. So
objects are further than they appear.
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Bill Crawford, we can't thank you enough for being on here and taking the time to do this. But how, and the elephant in the room is the pandemic. How in the world are you handling the pandemic? We asked Marcus the same thing. Are you a barber? Are you a school teacher? Are you a cleaner?
Or
what are you doing at this point?
Yes, I have 2 kids. I have 2 daughters, just like Marcus. I believe he said he had 2 daughters. I have an 8-year-old and a 12-year-old, and I'm trying to homeschool them as well. And I'm finding out that I'm one of the teachers in those movies about a bad school that's like part of the problem, you know, like that's in the first couple of scenes that they're like, well, no wonder this school is so bad at testing. Look at this guy. Like, we got to get rid of him immediately. I don't know. Like, he was talking about the math. I mean, everything. I'm over my skis. There's not, like, I can't do any of it. I can't even get them into the Google class. Like, they're doing the online stuff. I can't even get them logged in.
So true. Luckily, they know, though, right? Like, your kids, I'm sure.
Somehow they're built with this, like, spidey sense that they just understand technology. I honestly don't understand it. My daughter has been efficient at iPad use since she was like 3 years old. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's true.
They come out with a license, right?
Yeah.
Now, Bill, you have traveled the country. You've even traveled out of the country to do comedy. So, and then here you are settling into the DVE morning show. And talk about some of your experiences, even going out of the country and translating your jokes to, to the military. And I mean, kudos to you for doing that. But you connected with Steve Byrne, a Pittsburgher.
Yeah.
So talk about those trips a little bit.
Well, yeah, Steve has taken me on a couple of USO tours, and I don't really have to worry about translating the jokes because we're doing military bases. So we're performing for people that are just sort of desperate for the club interactions. Honestly, like, I relate to them now. Like, if somebody showed up in my neighborhood and was like, hey, there's going to be a live show, I think every person would go. And the first time we went to Iraq and Kuwait, and it was crazy. It was pretty scary because I thought we were going to be performing for troops that were on the outskirts and that were like bored. And then we were in a helicopter flying over Baghdad, and I peed a little bit, and we landed at this base, and it was so crazy because none of us had slept for over 24 hours. And the sergeant came up to me and she was like, hey, you're up first. Let me find some things to introduce you. And I said, I'm on the radio in Pittsburgh, WDVE. And so she said, oh, okay, I'll do that. And she goes out. I swear to God on my life, the first night we're performing, it's called Baghdaddies or some Baghdad Bobbies, or I forget what it was. It was like a bar in the green zone in Baghdad. She introduces me. She goes, he's on a radio show in Pittsburgh. It's WDVE. That's William Deco Vector Eco or whatever. And she goes, WDVE, and some dude goes, it's in Pittsburgh. Like, a yinzer in the back of the room was at the show in Baghdad. It was the most bizarre thing, and it was awesome. And I always appreciate Steve when he invites me along on those tours, because I appreciate what the troops do for us so much. And so to get to go over there and be silly with them for a second, honestly, like, the shows are great, but we get to go to these bases and hang out with the guys during the day and see what they do on the base, just what they do day to day. And those interactions, like when we start cutting up with them and just hanging out and like having lunch, those are a lot of the times better than the show for me,
Sure.
It's just
the outcuts, right? The behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. It's wild over there. They are living in extreme conditions with their guns like cocked. And it's a scary situation. Like, we went over to South Korea and Japan right when all that stuff was going on, where Trump was calling Kim Jong-il a little rocket man. And they were firing stuff into the water in Japan, like, while we were there. And the guys were like, you don't understand. Like, we're protecting the whole Pacific Rim here. So, like, we're ready. We're waiting for the order to go. And we're just like, I'm just here to tell, like, stupid jokes. Like, what? I'm in jeans. Why am I? You know what I mean?
That's always a good cop out. I'm in jeans.
Yeah.
I can't fight a war in jeans.
Right.
No.
That was my excuse for not going to church.
I know.
I'm in jeans.
Oh, not only that, but this is what drives me and my husband crazy. on the subject of jeans, my husband is a youth hockey coach, and particularly ball hockey, and kids will show up in jeans. And my husband has actually sent people home. I love that you're shaking your head, because who shows up to work out in jeans?
Well, I was shaking my head because is ball hockey like, I thought that was what the kids did at home.
No.
What is ball hockey?
It's street hockey, deck hockey. That's right. Thanks, Clinton.
Deck hockey. Okay, well, I know it is deck hockey. I've never heard it called ball hockey.
It depends either, and I was also the kid who showed up in jeans.
That's such a no-no. Like I can't stand it. But okay, so talk about what else. Obviously, you are super well known, Bill, but tell us, what are your hobbies? Like, what are your hobbies when you are not DVE Bill Crawford?
Well, it's hard to have like hobbies now. I mean, I'm trying to stay active, especially with the kids, and find stuff to do with them. I tried yoga. That was like a fun day. And then I never did it again, because basically it's like sweaty stretching, and it went really like, I'm not flexible. So that didn't work. I've been getting into doomsday prepping.
What?
So like not doomsday prepping, but I'm preparing to be ready for doomsday, because it's not a good time to be a doomsday prepper.
You can't shop right now.
Like everything is sold out. You know, like it's, if you go to try to get like a Bear Grylls sliding saw, they're out. The knives are in very low supply, and so I'm prepping to prep in the future. So I'm just doing reconnaissance. I'm looking up a lot of weaponry. Okay. I looked up nunchucks, and then I was like, then I got to learn how to do nunchucks. My hobby can't have a hobby. Like I don't need a pregnant hobby where I got to support like the offspring of the hobby. So the only thing available right now I found is this super designer prepper site called Preppy. It's like this LA thing where you can get like a Burberry bug out bag, and it's out of my price range at the moment. So
okay.
So that's a hobby that hasn't really got off the blocks. I'm biking a lot with the kids. You know, we all have mountain bikes, and yesterday we went out for a ride, and we did. I don't know what the real name of the technical name for the trail is. It's the jail trail. You know. That ends at the jail. And
we're like.
And that's a fun one, because you might really have to like bike hard at a certain point. And there were these city workers that were painting over graffiti. And I was like, hey guys, like we're in a pandemic, like this is way down the list. You know what I mean? Like, do you really need to be priming over Rask right now? Like, is that what we're doing? But but the kids are enjoying it. Actually, my daughter was complaining the whole way back. She was like, making this really like efforting face, and she was crying a little bit, and me and my other daughter were kind of shaming her, like, come on, suck it up, like you gotta like this is flat. People that were walking were passing us, and then we get back to the jail area, and I'm like, I'll just walk your bike. She gets off her bike. I couldn't even walk the bike. I don't know if the brakes got stuck in the on position, but we're over here heckling her. My 8-year-old is on Peloton level 50. And so I felt terrible about that. But yeah, I mean, just trying to do like, I don't know, any activity to get you out of the house.
Yeah. Yes, that's it.
Oh my God. But when you're stuck in the house, are you binge watching anything? Like everybody's done even I did Tiger King thanks to the Renebeck family. Yeah. Well, I mean, Willie Renebeck said, you got to watch Tiger King, but Jesus, have you done that yet?
Oh, of course. I mean, that was major. That Tiger King caught our attention for sure at the beginning of this, but what I've been obsessed with more than anything recently is the Jordan documentary. And I don't know if you guys are basketball fans.
Wait, mate, hold that thought for a second.
You're gonna make me tell.
Let Rachel tell the story about the Jordan documentary, if you don't mind. So hold that story. Go for it.
No, it's not a good story. It's just a rip on Rachel's story where it's a Sunday morning. I have 3 children, 17, 13, and 11. Right, so I'm going through the like 4 pounds of bacon a carton of eggs kind of breakfast on Sunday, right? And I'm making breakfast, and my oldest comes in and says, Mom, Dad and I are watching MJ tonight. And I turned around so excited. And I said, you know, that's my favorite entertainer of all time. I said, I really don't think he touched any of I said, I really don't think he touched any of the kids. And shame on the parents. Because
Damn, went right into the defense.
I said, who lets their kids sleep at Wonderland? Like, who does this? And
it's the parents' fault, really. Yeah.
And my son looks at my husband, and I noticed it after the fact, and my husband just like gave the guy nod. And then at 9 o'clock that night, when I settled in to watch Michael Jackson, it wasn't. It was Michael Jordan. So there you go. Wrong MJ.
But go ahead. Tell us about your Michael Jordan.
No, that's hilarious. By the way, listen, that would have never happened with my kids. Not because I wouldn't have let them sleep there, but I'd have slept there with them because that house was awesome.
Right.
You got a Ferris wheel and a train. Like,
yes,
I want to see it all.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know. I mean, I grew up in the city in Pittsburgh, you know, in the 90s when Jordan was at his peak, and going through all of like the scary times in the city where I went to Rosenstein Middle School in East Liberty, and you couldn't wear Jordans to the school because somebody would come up on you and be like, what size shoe you wear? And I'd be like, these are baby shoes. These are not even. So I swear to God, I got Barclays. My buddy, because Barclays were safe. They were still real nice. They were Air Maxes.
They were nice.
Real nice. But you didn't get killed for those.
So true.
And that was important to me. I love MJ. Like at the beginning of this documentary, I was pissed that ESPN would stretch it out for a month. You know, that they only did 2 episodes, because I could burn through that whole thing in a night. But now I'm kind of I appreciate what they did because there's so much to unpack. I want more in between the episodes. I want outtakes from Space Jam. I want like Warner Brothers built Jordan a court and a gym. I want to see those games. He was inviting the best players in the world to come hoop with him in LA without shirts on. And they were just like, yeah, like 9 o'clock, we'll go out and run. And it's Reggie Miller and Pat Ewing and all these greats that, you know, Jordan contemporaries. And I think a lot of people can't handle like how ruthless and savage Jordan was. I love it. Like, I don't know, like, it was a different time, and how could you argue with the way he did it? He won more than anybody.
Right.
Exactly. Yes. He was a competitive guy. Sorry for you. Like it or don't.
Dragon Mom.
I am.
The Dragon Mom.
Yeah, sorry. Give
she
your all.
She will tell you when she beats her kids.
I don't beat them.
At
I just
anything,
expect the best.
at any game. Not beats her kids physically. But beats her kids at any game.
Just during games. What about Tiger King? Did you watch Tiger King?
He did say that.
But did you love it? But did you love it or no?
I did love it at first, and then it just like made me sad because it's like like you think you've met the most despicable person, and then they introduce the next person, and you're like, this person is even more garbage than the last person. And I don't know how it didn't end with all of them in jail. Like and then the one dude was like, you know, that they were like, yeah, we're not even gay. We were just pretending for 16 years.
Toothless and muscular and not gay.
I don't know. Maybe I just haven't done enough meth. But that sounded crazy to me. And then that guy, he had 3 teeth, and they weren't in good shape. Like he wasn't. It was. I mean, that whole thing. I wanted to see. I want to see the documentary on the other dude that they didn't even really touch on, the Doc Antle guy who's up in North Carolina. I don't know where he is, but he's crazy because he's involved with, like, he's the one that's had the animals in all the movies and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that there's way more scandal with that guy, and he should definitely be in jail.
And his 6 wives or 8 wives or whatever. That was crazy.
Yeah.
God, who does that?
And by the way, again, this is Bill Crawford from the DVE Morning Show. We've had Marcus Cox on. We've had Clinton Clegg on here. Bill I know we have to let you go at some point because you have to get up early in the morning. But the fact is that, this quarantine thing has been just a shit show for people that wanted to date and relationships at this point. So tell us a little bit about, the quarantine and how it just bears on relationships.
You know who I feel bad for? I feel bad for people that were in a terrible relationship and living together, and one of them ended it March 15th. Like right before the quarantine hit. Like, I'm moving out next week. Oh no. We're stuck. Like, and I feel bad for the people that, maybe just found somebody and they just moved in and the quarantine hit, because it's like, I like you, but I don't like quarantine like you. Like, I don't know if we're this compatible.
Yeah.
I saw 2 studies. One completely surprised me. One did not surprise me at all. The one that surprised me was that the divorce is up, and like, it has to be, like, in this economy, it has to be real bad for you. You can't even do anything about it. Like, you can't go look at apartments or houses.
Yeah.
You got to be like, look, my lawyer will Zoom. Your lawyer, we can socially distance on the courthouse steps and have the judge, like, be out the window with a megaphone to divorce. Like, I don't even know how you do it. Like, as soon as we save up, I am ending it. I just want you to know it's over. I need you to know that. And the story that didn't surprise me at all was that they said sex is way down.
Really?
And
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that makes sense to me, because it's pretty much a hostage situation. Like, we are trapped. I'm feeling, not appreciated and and fat. So it's like sex is really not on the top of the list. It's a weird time.
Yeah.
Depends what you're into.
It depends what you're into.
Clinton.
Yeah, you gotta switch genres, right?
That's so funny. Bill Crawford, TV Morning Show. You are so. I can't believe we finally got you nailed down there, and I truly appreciate it.
We trapped you during quarantine.
Yeah,
we knew we could get you.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that I don't have good excuses, because like, I can't be like, guys, I'm busy, I got a thing.
There's nobody on this event right now that had a good excuse at this point.
No, we were like,
Marcus is like, I'm going to cook for my kids. No, we'll do it in between.
Yeah.
Clinton Clegg, do you want to do one more song as we end, or no?
Putting you on the spot, Clinton.
It's totally up to you. You don't have to say
talk for a second while I grab my guitar.
We're talking.
So let's bring in, Mark Barrett's
Dr. Mark, you still there? Good
Mark,
doctor?
Go ahead and click yourself on video and audio. Again, talk one more time about the project Double Play, which is now Triple Play with everybody on this video.
Yeah, so it started out as Double Play, and then we wanted to do as much as we could for the musicians that are jammed up. And today I had a young comedian who we posted some work of his on social media. So we're trying to.
I saw him. Was his name Colin Chamberlain?
This guy's hilarious. He's from New York City. Have you heard of him?
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right?
Bill Crawford has been very, very kind to my son as well, to be honest with you. Bill Crawford is great. Very kind.
Yeah.
Big fan.
But
Doctor,
I have to thank you again so much for your support. It's been tremendous.
Well, you're a great guy. I would do anything for you. So what did you think of tonight's show? I mean, did we end in a bang, or what?
It's awesome.
Right?
Great combination of humor and music, and it's amazing.
Dr. Barrett takes care of people all day long for a living, and then takes care of people on the side with his own money, which is totally cool. Marcus Cox, where does everybody find you and follow you? And when we start to get out to comedy clubs, where can we find you? Online, whatever else? Oh, I think you're muted.
You're muted.
Marcus. There you go.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Keep cooking dinner.
I almost burned that food, by the way. I forgot about it. You can smell it in here right now. It smells like asparagus. But Marcus Cox, Facebook, Marcus Comedy 86 on Instagram. Twitter is Marcus Make You Laugh, LAFF. Where can you see me perform?
Right there.
Right there in front of the stove.
Right, yeah.
Don't tag you because it's a fake tag because you can't tag you, right? Don't try to tag you on Facebook because it's a joke, yo.
No, you can tag. I just got to accept it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And we're performing next. I mean,
who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? You know?
Bill Crawford, TV Morning Show. Again,
Bill, thank you so much.
Bill, how have you guys been tolerating the quarantine as Clinton gets ready? You guys are all still socially distant. Clearly, you're from a home studio.
Yeah, we're doing the show from 5 separate locations. We're each doing the show from home. Our producer is in Bloomfield, and then he's sending the signal to Green Tree, and somehow it's getting broadcast. I don't even understand it.
Well, that's the same with Sorg. Yeah, Mike Sorg is like the guy who we don't even
That's why
understand.
we can't socially distance so that we can help Mike Sorg out a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
Mike Sorg, just tell everybody where they can find your latest parents podcast or wrestling podcast.
That's right. We're doing stuff basically what we're doing at least 6 days a week this week. ADWrestling.us, Sorgatron Media for all the shows. You can find information for everything going on. Listen to Your Parents is live on 9 p.m. Thursdays on that Facebook page. We're having a lot of fun with that.
Very good.
Listen, thanks to everybody. This was such an amazing opportunity. We seriously went out with a bang. Bill Crawford, such a pleasure to meet you. Marcus, as always, great job. Clinton Clegg, one of my favorites. The great doctor. We couldn't be more humbled than to be in your presence. Thank you for what you've done for us. Mike Sorg, you made it all happen. We're going to let you go out with a bang with the old Clinton Clegg.
And reminding you to download the YaJagoff podcast wherever you get your podcast this week, today, because we're doing everything by phone.
Oh, no.
We
lost the
host. Well, given that Clinton, if you're ready to take it away.
Well, I am ready. I hope they come back. This one go.
If they don't, me and Marcus are going to close this out.
Yeah, we'll close it out. We'll get it done.
Like it. Hey, this one goes out to everybody out there, and you'll know what I mean when you hear it, but we will meet again. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do. Oh, just you know, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. And will you please say hello to the folks that I know, and just to tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know, just as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. And will you please say hello to all the folks that I know, and just tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know, just as you saw me go, I was singing this song. we'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do. And I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Yeah. We'll see you again out there, y'all.
Yes. Love you, Clinton.
Yeah, man.
Hey, love you too, Bill. Thanks, man.
So good.
Yeah, it was.
Did we get our host back?
No, they text the group, said their laptop died.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
You would think, people that do their own podcast would have like a charger, for their computer.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe charged up at least.
Well, listen, this is now YaJagoff Live with Bill Crawford and Marcus Cox, and we want to thank our guest Clinton Clegg and Dr. Barretts and Mike Sorg for doing a great job podcast. And Marcus, always great to be with you, man. I love doing this podcast with you.
You too, man. I mean, this is what our last one. This is our
last one. I can't believe it. It feels like it feels like it just went so fast.
And can I just tell you guys that it's been my dream. It's been my dream to be on the YaJagoff podcast with Bill Crawford and Marcus. This is just my absolute dream come true, and I'm so happy.
Thanks, man. That means a lot. We've been doing this for
it's been years.
Years. Let's just say years. It's been years. I don't like to get specific because I don't want to age either of us. Right. But we've been doing this for a long time, and we're such big fans of yours. And, of course, Dr. Barretts. And he looks like he has a very nice house. And he's been gracious to join us. And we're always happy to have guests that bring so much to our podcast that we've been doing for years.
Been doing this for years. And if you guys want to comment, I mean, we could maybe run another one possibly.
Yeah.
Because this has been our podcast for a while.
I feel like that's what the people want. I don't know how you feel, Marcus, but I've felt that way all along.
Yeah, I mean, if they want it, we'll give it.
We said 8. We're only gonna do 8. We want it to be good. We don't want it to be too crazy. We don't know when this quarantine is up. We are moving to yellow, Allegheny County, so things are gonna open up. People aren't gonna care about this. But I feel like I don't know. I feel like we should maybe do another 8.
I'm feeling
getting a look at the doctor's house. I think we can do one
this may be the new normal.
This is the new normal.
Right?
It is the new YaJagoff podcast with Marcus Cox, Bill Crawford, and Dr. Barretts. Oh, and joining us right now.
We have a
Marcus,
guest.
What's for dinner, man?
We have a guest on our show. It was asparagus and black beans.
I'll be there about 20, 25 minutes.
All right,
but hurry up, man. It might be gone.
No, you guys are muted, which is understandable because you're new guests. We have 2 new guests to the podcast, to our podcast, YaJagoff Live.
Yes.
Bill!
Hi, Rachel. How are you?
Made it back.
Oh, my God. We're so glad you could make it.
Thanks for joining us. Would you like to introduce yourself to people?
We are such professionals. We had to take a pee break. And we didn't know how to do it. So we were like, let's just go completely black, and then nobody will know where we went. That's it. Thanks for taking over, guys.
Mike Sorg, a total failure at this point. #amateurs.
I love it. Bill's like, oh my God.
Well, now you guys have an alt. There is like a bizarro YaJagoff Live podcast now. You guys realize what you just spawned.
And the funny part is, like, we're literally sitting 4 feet from a plug, and we were never plugged in. We went totally Amish. We went totally Amish on the last 10 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Clinton Clegg.
Listen,
Bill
wait.
Crawford.
Fortunately, my husband was listening because he was like, they got the show without you. You're
Yeah,
all good.
like we don't even need you. Right.
Listen, can I say something to you guys? I honestly had fun. I was gonna say I had fun even if I didn't, just because it's the right thing to do. You know what I mean? It is, because you don't want to be like, this was not, this wasn't fun. But honest to God, I had a great time. I really enjoyed meeting Marcus and hanging out and listening to him. I always love hearing Clinton. was great to meet the doctor, and nice to meet Mr. Sorg as well.
Oh, well, you guys are very gracious for coming on there. Thank you so much. And everybody, remember, check out the Venmos, and this will replay. Mike Sorg makes sure that it replays on Facebook. So go look at it, tell your friends, share it, and make sure you go to their Venmo accounts and donate a few bucks.
And listen, seriously, thanks to all of you. This was amazing. This is the best way to go out. So thanks to you guys.
Crash and burn. We crash.
Thanks for being
professional. All
right. Clinton, Clegg, Bill, Marcus, Mike, Dr. Mark, thank you very much. Good night.
Have a good night.
Everybody. Thank you.
Bye,
guys.
Bye.